What you're about to see maximize my win potential because I found a way to play around my weaknesses in my gunfight. It's more about positioning and decision making rather than just relying on the reflexes. That's why this totally can help you and any other player. Yeah, alright, so to start things off, I had a bad start. Like in a lot of scenarios, I gotta be honest, but I don't let myself up and try to make a good regain, which you see here. Nothing is lost. So what I do when coming right up out of the gulag is to, of course, hover a bit and set up a new strat that follows my first priority, and that is play center zone. So if I can't decide where in particular I want to land, then I go for an upload. Like here, I choose the outpost because of its tactical value, right? It's high above everything, and there's plenty of loot, and in this particular case it's right in the middle of the zone too. But you gotta be careful, it's just a common spot that a lot of players will choose. And so act like or pretend like there is at least one enemy player, and this like whole sets you up with a different mindset, right? And this is what I was facing, so I pivoted towards another spot, disengaging from the threat because I didn't really know what I had to deal with. So I choose to go for an upload since it's my bottom line plan all the time, and to get my loadout then. Yeah, and also I had to deal with some players here. I couldn't really play that confident because of my gear, so I decided to hold my position and let him have the disadvantage. Because remember, in theory, it takes 3 times more soldiers to take a position in wooden areas and even 5 to 7 times in urban areas, right? So make defending your tactics when facing a disadvantage, and since this will provide an additional advantage to you. And also use your tacticals in hasty attacks to take back your position. So next on, I spot an enemy player running down low. And what's the situation here really? First of all, read the terrain. Enemy first. They face an open terrain. They're having heights to their left, like where we're standing right now, and also a lot of stuff lying around, right? What does it provide to the enemy? Fast and direct movement, okay. Cover here and there. But in general, just terrain you or they want to cross as fast as possible. What is my situation? I have height with rocks in my back and nothing really in front of me. This provides clear view towards the enemy position and a good angle to engage. But am I having the advantage here? Not really. Of course I can land my shots first, but I have no cover in front of me. They could just turn on me and shoot the hell out of me, right? And this is what it also provides on the con side, and you have to keep that in mind. And that's why I move. I don't move directly where they smoked. I know they were probably disengaging at the moment, so I tried to cut off their route. Well, I then realized that was a shield guy, and which probably leads to a waste of time to fight him. So I wanted to get back to height towards center zone. And then I face another player and I choose to fight him because they were after me. Additionally, I needed some ammo. And luckily I won that. Looted and tried to get away from the shield guy again. Because I just can't stand him in the first place. And more often or not, I lose to them. So again, I know when to pick my fight. Eventually, I got back on track and I followed my path towards zone by holding the outpost for a bit and watch rotations. So that's the whole plan. And when holding the outpost, I highly recommend going for a tower at the edges like I do, or what I prefer most, since it's easier to fight, going for the helipad. Why? You can fight under it and it provides cover from like above, and you can conceal your movement behind the boxes, and it has spots to peek. And it also has a fence, which is also cover again against tacticals and lethals. And you can disengage to various directions. So overall, it's just a good spot to hold. So from here, I decided to head towards center zone early on, so I don't get help from the urban area on the lower end. Because if you have to fly towards a lower area from like above, then when zone pushes you, everybody will be set up watching that higher area for late rotations, so be on the move early on, okay? And when entering that specific town area, I genuinely can't stress enough how important it is to take that specific building. It provides the best power position here, since it's the highest building around with cover to the biggest threat, which is the big hotel. And you can also overwatch the buy close by. And a lot of people fly towards the redeploy drone as well to get further into zone. But I recommend you take this one out because it's a way to get onto that building, which got me killed in the past. So yeah. And now it's time for taking a building. I've been in that situation in that specific building several times, so I know some of the spots. And one was right at the top of the stairway, because there's an angle where the defender can watch down to the lower level. And this is where I assumed the enemy would be. And this one was just crystal clear to me because of the mines. And this is where either the flex perk, or what I like the most at the moment, because I ran high alert lately, the spotter perk comes into clutch. Sadly, they didn't take the bait. Luckily, they were fighting someone else and I heard they were reloading, and that's why I pushed. Cleared the building, secured the area for a while, and then move on to the next one again to be there early on. And this is kind of tricky. You see me hesitating in that spot because there was just too much going on with too little information right in between 4 buildings and with multiple levels and angles. So that's why I disengaged again, reassessing the whole situation and waiting for late rotations to come in. I obviously played the edges towards the end then to eliminate like threat directions and being very cautious and trying to hear my adversaries, because they always camp these buildings and you gotta take them out, right? Otherwise they would shoot you. Okay, so this one is kind of a gamble, I'm not gonna lie. There is a lot of cover for the enemy, but also for me. And I choose to cross the open as fast as possible to get in front of zone and preoccupy the building in front of me. And be very careful when clearing this one, because this is one of the 2 power positions in this area. And since that guy over there had the power position and zone was to his favor, I either wanted to take him out or at least put pressure on him so he couldn't hold myself and I had the chance to push in early on. Because again, defending raises your chances. Think of the ratio. Oh, the moment I realized zone will pull back, then I wanted to be back in my building where I was before and where I was sure nobody is in. Because I knew I could hold there from a very good angle and they had to jump either towards me or towards the enemy they shot before. This was kind of the thought process here. But it was kind of a 50-50 chance to survive this fight, okay? So they had top and I was down low. But a lot of the times, you gotta be lucky. So it's endgame, 1 left. Pressure totally on, heart frequency is rising, not gonna lie. But I tried to stay calm and focused, and I figured the more often you're in these situations, the better it's going to be. And so in the end, I needed information. So I wanted to get height again. And I climbed roof, spotted the enemy, and forced them to get active and make mistakes. Cause honestly, they were on a nasty heady right here. And the rest is pure luck and moving around cover and not engaging from the same directions multiple times. This is what you have to keep in mind. And by the way, like throwing nades short and long is a common military tactic when it comes to, for example, trench fighting. Keep that in mind, and it's similar to this situation here. And that is why I run resupply perk, because I tend to be very lavish at times. Yeah, and this is how I won in the end. And following bad starts, you will love the following part too. It's a live commentary where I could pull off in the end. Just because I followed my blueprint, although I got thrown back multiple times. Enjoy this one, leave a like and subscribe if this helps out and you want to support me. And I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, it's going to be a hot job. I kind of lose my hot jobs most of the time. What a miserable start. Oh boy. Well, let's follow this one. Oh, you couldn't start any worse, right? No. No, don't, yes.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Why aren't they dead? Die. Let's head over to upload intel. And see, this is kind of the strat you should follow if you want to lower death, but also raising your chance to win games. Upload intel perfect. Following a game strat, like a script you can run every game, because it sets you up for the next step. It gives you a decent amount of money. And if you do it in like the outer areas, like I said, you don't run too many people, okay? Will you see some? Yeah, definitely, and you will die probably. But in the end, it is something that more often or not gets you good games. And now, let's just fly off. So since I'm not a confident player, I pop it early enough, so I am quite aware of what's going on around me. And then we should fly somewhere towards this direction here. There's a lot of players down here. That building and then to the right. You know what? I'm trying to do it. Okay. And so since I want to get far into the game, I know when to disengage. I know my skills. I know what I can't do a lot. Yeah. So I set myself up rather than fighting fights I can't win. So this looks not too good, to be honest. I hate this rotation. I don't know where it will end. Maybe up here somewhere. Maybe this is a go. I want to head towards buy. I hate this, but like the buy. Oh, I don't need to. See, I don't need to, but I want to kind of hold the building there because that's a pole position. Oh. No way. They all want to get that. They all want to get that. I should have lost it. Yeah, going back would be... I need to learn how to fight there, right? I wonder where zone will end, where it will push, but we'll see in 8 seconds. Over there.
Moving.
Oh yeah, I see him. It's not too good. I think it will end over there. So I will move.
Dropping into the AO.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me.
Inbound.
Oh boy.
Your head in the game, Kate.
Dude, really? I don't know how I survived that. I don't know. They're up there.
Down to 10. Win this thing. You're losing ground. Move it.
So they're in here. Kind of want to push them out. I don't know how good they are, right? Okay, so they messed that up. 3 left. 1 is to my left. And then there's a sniper in there. Dude. Kidding me?
Gas is closing.
So they're all snipers. Okay. I will stay in here. Dead. Dead! They were fighting the other guy, like the other sniper. They want to do it, right? Won't they? No. Outside.
Gas is closing in. Safe zone.
Yeah! Woo! Movement! Movement! Woo! Wow, I didn't know that it would go that way. Yeah! But see, I mean, most of the time it was not going to our favor. It was a lot back and forth, a lot of luck. But if you get a strat, like a script, like something you can lean on towards the match, stick to the outer areas, think ahead of the zone instead of ahead of the next fight, then you're basically set to, you know, get at least to top 15. Try it out, do it, have fun, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.